My name is Emmanuel Olomu. I'm a question document examiner, and the topic before me is metadata in digital forensic investigation. Metadata in digital forensic investigation. The objectives of this presentation is that by the end of this presentation, the participants should be able to, one, recognize metadata, and two, assess the authenticity of metadata. Every file or document that you have on your device, whether laptop, Android phone, tablet, or iPhone, any device, every file or every document that you have on it has two sides: the visible side and the non-visible side. The visible side is that side that you interact with as a regular user. It is the side that you send to your colleague or receive from your colleague in the office or your business partner. When you receive a file, for example, for example, when a will is created digitally, that will, there is a side of it that you interact with, that you read, where you have all the content of the will. You have every number, every date, whatever is written, that is the intention of the creator on the will. Everything is on the side, the other side of the visible side. But there's the other side that is not visible, that is keeping the history of such kind of a will, or such kind of a document, or such kind of a receipt, is the metadata. And metadata is used in digital forensic. The content of metadata is so important that this content can tell us everything about the file. These are the content of a metadata: the date of creation of the file, time of creation of the file, the author, the device used in creating the file, if the file has been sent from one from one system to another system, the path will be there. If the file is a photo, you have so many things like the setting of the camera that was used, so many other things, including the geolocation tag that is on the metadata of a photo or video. You have something we call geolocation, that is the actual location from which it was taken. Anywhere in the world will be inside the metadata. So all this information inside the metadata can be used to know a lot of things about the file. The creator of the file may not even know that those things are existing, but they are there. So when you send a file either to the internet or from one system to the other, you are sending a lot of information along with it. And when you are creating a file, each time you create a file, you are creating the device that you are using is creating that non-visible. The non-visible part of it that we call metadata is creating it along the visible side that you can see, the one that you interact with, the one you send to your printer. As a regular user, you may not be interacting with this metadata, but let me tell us how we can avail it. The simple method you can use to avail metadata. If you are using a laptop as a device, maybe you have Windows 8 upward on it, then just go to the Window Explorer or a folder, locate the file, go to view, then you go to detail, look at the screen. On your screen you have the detail, you have this detail. The detail you have where the red arrow is pointing to, that is the metadata. All the information about the file, about this file is there. For example, the title, that is the name of the file, the author, the size of the file, the creation date, the everything, every information about the file is there. If it has been modified, the time it was modified is already there. Then if it is on other devices like for example like Android, you just locate the file, click on info, then from there you will see the metadata. You see the metadata. If it is on other device like iPhone, locate the file and long press on the file. It will pop up an information for you from where you can now click on view to see the metadata. Lot of specialized data, tools that you can use to unveil or to uncover to work on metadata. There are many, but because of our time, just put down few of them, like the EXIF tool that is meant for photo. We have metadata to go. Metadata to go is very good for various form of format of file, like you have like doc, maybe Word document, like a PDF, like a photo, like a video, and so on and so forth. You can use it for many of these. At times, if the metadata has been tampered with, it can bring it out. You can reveal so many other things from it. We have FTK, major, sleuth kit, case, and so on and so forth, and autopsy. So the feature, they have different features. All these tools, they have different features that make one to be better than the other one. But all of them are very good to use for forensic investigation, and they can be used to unveil better than what you do ordinarily. Like I said in the other time, they are built to unveil metadata, and they are built also to do some work on metadata. So let's move ahead. Because of our time, I won't be able to go deeper into that one. Then you may want to ask, what are the importance of metadata in digital forensic investigation? Importance of metadata in digital forensic investigations. There are many. We can use to establish timeline, validating evidence integrity, tracking geolocation, identify digital forensic fingerprints. But because of our time, I will just discuss two out of many. Just discuss two. The first one I will mention is supporting legal cases. Supporting legal cases. Because of the fact that metadata will reveal the original date in which every document was created, every digital document was created. It is very good in supporting legal cases. Very good in supporting legal cases, because date is one of those things that can show that a document is fraudulent or not. So the date and even the author that it will reveal is one of those things that can help us to show the source of a document. The original source of a document can reveal whether a document is fraudulent or not. So because all this will be found inside the metadata, we can use it to support legal cases. There's a case of Rainey versus Wheeler and others. Rainey versus Wheeler and others. It's a case of a family of Brenda Wheeler. Brenda Wheeler died, and he left behind a will. But after he had Dennis, her niece Rainey, and 5 of her grandchildren, they met in court claiming that each party were claiming that the will in their hands were written by the deceased Brenda Wheeler. So the court needs to decide which of these two wills is authentic, which of them is fraudulent. And having examined the metadata, it was revealed that the one from the will from the grandchildren were created at a date later than the time of the death of the deceased. And also the author, it showed the author that the author was one of the grandchildren. So that is how metadata was used to decide the case. So also in the case of tracking geolocation, if you look at the screen, you see a picture of some criminal element, and the metadata of the picture is at the extreme right on the screen. That place that you see that is aligned with yellow is longitude and latitude. That is the data that actually show where the location of that thing is, the geolocation of that thing. It will show it anywhere in the world. So you copy if the numbers there, if they are copied, that of longitude and latitude, and you use it on some specialized software, the map, maybe like Google Map or there are some other map of the world that you can use them on. It will reveal the actual location where that picture was taken, or the video. Bear it in mind that one of the objective of this presentation is to assess or evaluate the authenticity of metadata. There are times that may be reason for us to assess the metadata. How do we assess the authenticity of the metadata? The first one is we have to ask for permission, or we must be granted access to the device that houses the file's native environment. That is, that device, that was used to create the document. You have to have access to it. You have to seek for permission. That's the first thing. So you must be authorized. So after that one, we forensically image the device. That is, we copy everything with a specialized software. We copy all the device. Everything inside we will make a exact copy of all the files inside, so that the exact copy is called the image. We don't work on the original. If you work on the original, we might have tampered with the evidence. So you have to work on the image. The image is a start copy. So we work on it. After working on it, then we work on that one. That is, we find the exact copy. Exact file that we want to unveil the metadata. Then we compare it. To the one that is being disputed, to the file or the document that is being disputed. We compare the two files. Then, after the comparison between the metadata held in the native environment and the file provided to us, we provide a comprehensive report detailing our forensic methodology as well as our findings after the metadata interrogation. We can then conclude whether there is simply any evidence that the metadata has been altered or otherwise. So, if we have done that one, how can we know that the metadata has been edited? This is a question. The first thing is to check for discrepancies. We check for the last modified date. If the last modified date is much later than the creation date, that might suggest editing. That might suggest fraud, fraudulent document. If there's another thing you will look for, if there's mismatch between the EXIF data, that is, if the document is a photo or video. So if the EXIF data creation date, and the file system, that is the system of the one that was created, where the file that was used to create it, if the two dates are not the same, it will That one also could indicate a manipulation. Then lastly, some editing software leaves a trace in the metadata. So you look for this one, look for that one, try to, as much as possible, to take note of that one inside the metadata. There may be trail or traces in the metadata that will reveal what changes were made and when. So that one will help us to keep, to know whether it has been edited or not. So the history of the file is inside the metadata. So in conclusion, metadata plays a crucial role in digital forensic investigation by providing valuable context and information about digital files, helping to establish timelines, the time, that is the time it was created, authenticate evidence, and uncover hidden details. It can reveal details like creation date, modification dates, authors, file types, and even the user who access or modify the file, aiding in reconstruction events and understanding user activity. This is where we are going to stop this on this presentation. Thank you for listening.